which is not good. I was absolutely correct. I need to... It's all in the phrasing, folks. It's all in the phrasing. Watch what you say. It is not what we put into our mouth that defiles us, but that which comes out of it. The universe, God, divinity, is going to provide a way for me to make some money over the next few days, because I did indeed blow a good deal tonight. I did buy someone a drink, and someone bought me a drink. Actually, I bought 2 people a drink. The second one was a bonus one on me, because I don't often do it. So my night at the pub continues like this. So Thaddeus is telling me I need to preach. You need to preach. Get yourself into a church and preach. You've got things people want to hear. And I tried to tell him about Welcome to My Life. I was like, that's my preaching. This is my preaching. This is my ceremony. This is my sermon. Right here. This is it. This is as close to preaching as I ever wish to get. For one simple reason. Because the minute you put somebody up on that pulpit, and I experience it just with the title Reverend, perception changes. You people become fucking nuts. Like suddenly I'm not human. No fucking thank you. I'm as human as they come. And I'm damn proud of it. And I have absolutely no need for anybody to hang on my words. I don't want somebody coming into a church and being like, the Reverend said this today. I thought about it all. Don't fucking think about what I say. Really. Please. This is it. This is his clip. But at the same time, I sat there and I really thought about it. I was like, maybe he's right. Maybe I do need to get myself into a church. I said I wanted to start one. He's like, no, get yourself into one first, then start one. I met this gentleman named David, and I'm not exactly sure. He came in and sat down next to me, and I'm like, hey, brother, how's it going? Because that's my new thing. I call everybody brother, and I have to start referring to women as sister. It's just easier with guys to be like, yo, brother, what's up? And somehow we automatically got into a Jesus discussion. I have a lot to say on this. First of all, let me just say, like, we totally disagree. He and I totally disagree on the whole thing. And of course, I came into it being very open about that. Like, Jesus is a topic of fascination for me. It is something I am very passionate about. I love to get involved in. However, I promise you I am very controversial about it. Interestingly enough, and I think this was sort of a lesson or a test, and a test passed, I didn't debate him too much. I made my statements. I kept them simple. I didn't tell him he was wrong. You hear that, Boyarsky? I let him have his opinions. Thank you. You taught me something. But I actually listened tonight. I listened to what he said, the interpretation of God, of Christianity, of life. And I've always said there's something about the whole rigmarole that just doesn't sit right with me. But now, after having sat and really listened again, but now really, really listened, I have never heard so much crap in my life. Do you people really listen to what it is you say? Seriously. Like, for a religion that is supposed to be all about connecting us to God, I have never heard anything separate us so fucking much from God. God doesn't love us as we are. we're sinners, we're impure, blah, 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 blah. What are you talking about? What are you saying? What? What? I can't put it any plainer to you folks. God is within you. How can God dislike God? God knew every fucking indiscretion, every sin, every foul word, every moment of disgrace you were going to live in your life when you were created. That does not mean he does not want us to learn, he does not want us to grow, he does not want us to be better people. In fact, the one thing this man said that truly made sense, and if he had said nothing else, it would have been a perfect conversation. Love is the key. That's it. That's the... I actually respected him so much and what he was saying and his heartfelt belief and feelings in his belief that he's the man I bought the beer. I get him a beer. A few moments later, it was my turn, and he bought me my beer. And what's interesting was, he began to say, everybody's hurting and everybody's afraid of God and nobody knows how to turn over to God. He said, as a matter of fact, every single person in here is here because they are afraid of God. And I said, be careful. And he kept going on, and I was like, be careful. Be careful, be careful, be careful. And finally, when he was done, I was like, now let me tell you why I said to be careful. Because I am sitting here because I love God. Because God allowed me to come here. Because God asked me to come here. I said, in fact, God told me before I came here that I would buy someone a beer. And that someone would buy me a beer or a drink. This is my celebration time. I come here and I celebrate life. And I'm allowed that. I am not here because I am afraid of God. I am here because I love God. And never once. How many times have I said it? I don't get it, what it is about the pub, but there is something, there's a reason I keep having to go back, and every time I go back, it is a beautiful, amazing, miraculous experience for me, and I leave feeling inspired. And every time it's like, are you sure I should be going? Are you sure I should be taking my wad of money and blowing it tonight? Fuck yeah. We talked for a little bit. He actually ended up putting us in the company of two very nice young ladies. It's not going to go anywhere. I did try. See, I don't try to pick up women in bars because, well, I generally fail. But, so I kind of you cut your losses. Be like, well, I can't play baseball, so I'm going to stop playing baseball. You know what I'm saying? You don't do shit you just can't do. But I did try to get her number. So I got my phone, I put her name in it, and I slipped it over to her. And she picked it up, and she went to put her number in, and she said, you give me yours. And I wanted to say, why? Because you obviously just changed your mind. But you did it with a smile. Call it what it is. I don't expect to hear from her. I didn't. She's a very nice young lady, and she's very pretty. But I couldn't talk to her and talk to my Mary. Sweet, sweet Mary. That's my report from the pub tonight. Mary. Oh, sweet Mary. We blow kisses to each other when I leave.